Today I'll be going over how different concepts from this chapter, particularly the ideas of quadratic equations and functions, can be applied to real-life scenarios and professions. Let's get started. A ball was thrown off a cliff. Its height in meters is given by the equation negative 2x squared plus 8x plus 24, where x is time measured in seconds, and y would be height in meters. What is the ball's highest peak, and what time will it hit the ground? Alright, so our parabola will look something like this since it's negative. Our highest peak will be here, and we're determining the y value here. And then at the time it will hit the ground, we are determining the x value there. Alright, so let's start with the highest peak. So we have this sort of formula where we know that the x value of negative b over 2a is equal to the x value of the vertex. And if we sub that right back into our equation, we will get the y value of our vertex. So let's first find the x value. So we've got negative 8 over 2 times negative 2. So negative 8 over negative 4 equals 2. So it would reach its highest peak after about 2 seconds. And now let's sub that into our equation. Negative 2 times 2 squared plus 8 times 2. Oh, that was a very interesting looking 2. Alright, and now we can just multiply and solve. That would be negative 8 plus 16 plus 24, which comes out to 32. So this wasn't really what the question was asking for, but we found out that after 2 seconds, the ball reaches its highest peak at 32 meters. Now let's find out what time it will hit the ground. Alright, so let's go back to our parabola. We can just draw in our x and y axes here. So at its zeros, that would be the time that it hit the ground. So actually that's not a very accurate representation. It's thrown off a cliff, so let's start about here. This would be its peak. So right here, that would be a zero of the equation, or a solution of the equation, as it's also called. So we need to set the equation to 0, and then solve for that x value. Alright, negative 2x squared plus 8x plus 24, let's set that equal to 0. Let's get rid of the negative 2's just to make our lives a little bit easier. 4x minus 12. I just divided both sides by negative 2. And now we have our x squared minus 4x minus 12. So I know that the factors of negative 12 are, or one factor pair of negative 12 is negative 6 and positive 2. And I also know that negative 6 plus 2 is equal to negative 4. So we can do x squared minus 6x plus 2x minus 12. Then we'll just separate these, get x times x minus 6, and then 2 times x minus 6. So now we've factored our equation. We've got x plus 2 and x minus 6, and our solutions to the equation, not the problem, are negative 2 and 6. And a negative 2 would be an extraneous solution, or a solution that we can't use in this situation because you can't have negative time. So it will hit the ground after 6 seconds. So this is just one way quadratic equations are used in physics. This is actually a very popular type of physics problem where objects are being thrown off of cliffs or straight up into the air. Yeah, there's just multiple different ways that quadratic equations are used in real life, not only in physics, but all sorts of different professions. It's an extremely versatile type of equation. Thank you for listening.